And we're back. It's been a while. Welcome back to another KBC podcast where we kick back, chill, talk about really whatever's going on in the world. It's been a couple years. It has. Which is weird. A lot of changes. Some career changes, which is awesome. Family expansion, if you will. So a lot of good things happening. Just got crazy the last couple years. So, but now's a good time to get back into it. So, coming in, it's kind of a weird thing. Obviously, no one's probably watching this right now, which is a-okay. I completely understand. But this is just a good way to kind of just talk about whatever's going on in the world. It's crazy. I mean, every day it gets crazier and crazier for some reason. So, but anyways, coming up, we are now just a couple days before the college football national championship. Obviously, I wish, as a Ohio State Buckeyes fan, it was talking about the possibilities of them going back-to-back. But as we all know, as of a couple weeks ago, Miami kind of ruined it for us. So I guess they got their lick back. I get it. It's all good. Even though we won fair and square, back in 02, 03, whenever that national championship was. I always get that year mixed up. But Indiana, Miami, honestly, it's kind of refreshing to see a national championship like this. Two teams, Miami obviously very prominent, 30 years ago in the 80s and 90s. They were definitely the team to beat. Obviously you had the whole Catholics versus convicts rivalry series that was happening back then. But they finally they fought and clawed their way back up top. So it's good to see them being relevant again. They have some seasons here and there where they might break the top 25, top 20, but the fact that they're now in the national championship in Miami, it's cool to see for them. But obviously, with Indiana on the other side, that's an even bigger triumph, in my opinion. When Indiana played Ohio State, obviously in the Big Ten championship, it was obviously you wanted to see Ohio State win that game, and Ohio State should have won that game. I mean, obviously, that's my bias coming through. I will admit that. But losing to Indiana, I was like, well, it sure as heck beats, losing to the team up north. So Indiana's it's definitely a true Cinderella story. There's a lot of history when it comes to Indiana. Obviously, you think of them more for basketball. But I saw a crazy stat that the last time a single school had or not necessarily a single school, but the last undefeated national championship in basketball was Indiana, and it looks like the next 15 or 16-0 undefeated national championship, if Indiana were to win, would also be Indiana. So I don't know how accurate that statement was, but I saw something about it, which was really cool. But regardless, Indiana hasn't won in 1,000 years, so it's cool to see them back up top there. They are favored. The spread was initially 7.5 points earlier today, but as I see now, it's right at 8.5 points. So again, Indiana is favored. They are the money line favorite as well. I think it was minus 340. So no surprises there. Obviously, Miami does have a couple losses. They are the 10 seed, and Indiana is the true 1 seed. And it was funny with Indiana is before the season even started, they were 100-1 to win the national championship. So you bet $1, you win $100, $10, $1,000, so on and so forth. So to see them, build their way back up. I mean, I have nothing but respect for Coach Signetti. I mean, he is a winner. He told people to Google him, so that's awesome. But yeah, so I mean, it'll be a fun game. Obviously, again, Miami. Probably won't have to worry about much weather other than if it decides to pour down rain, which that could make the game interesting. Miami's got a good front seven. Really, their D-line and O-line are solid, and that's where Ohio State had their issues with it. Obviously, I'm going to blame the layoff. Oh, they didn't play a game for almost a month, but regardless, that's the name of the game. You got to have your team ready. So I'm not saying fire Ryan Day, but you just got to have your team ready. That's it. And Miami was ready to play. So it'll be a fun game. Again, it's two teams that you don't see in the national championship. Again, Miami, you haven't really seen them really all that relevant in 15 years. Again, they have their seasons here and there, but in Indiana, I mean, it's a basketball school. So that's like, North Carolina or Duke, making a run and making it to the national championship in football. You just don't see it happening. So it's definitely cool to see. Excited to see what the final score will and exactly how the game plays out. If it's going to be a close, low-scoring defensive game, or if it's going to be an offensive game where it's high points, a lot of points scored. Obviously, we know Mendoza for Indiana, solid quarterback. I mean, I think he's definitely going to be a good pickup, in the NFL. So it'll be fun to watch. But just a lot of the craziness in the world. At least we still have football. Once Monday's done and once the Super Bowl's over with, we need the UFC to come back because just everything in this country really is just crazy right now. So we need some type of distractions. Obviously, there's plenty of that going on. Turning a blind eye to who knows what. But that's what I'm here for sports. That's why we got to keep holding on to this. That's why I love the UFC, because there's really fights year round, other than the 4 weeks that they've been off, which stinks. But yeah, so comment. Again, I doubt anybody's gonna see this, but if you see it, chime in, please. Tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me you think that Ohio State sucks or Miami's gonna win, whatever it is. Just put in there a comment. I'm gonna try to be more involved with this, put more into this. Just try to be more consistent with these videos. I definitely don't want to go another 2 years without putting another video out. But again, just wanted to do a little refresher, a little return, if you will, return of the Max. My name's Max. That's the joke. But again, like, comment, subscribe. Again, if you happen to come across this, I'd appreciate it. You don't have to even subscribe. Just put a comment in there. Just engage. I'd love that. Would love to have some conversations with people and get people's feedback on things. Definitely want to talk about more things than just one game, one football game. I definitely want this to be more of a general podcast, if you will. But what better way to get back into it than the national championship? So, but again, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is Max, the Kickback Chill podcast. It's going to be a good year, 2026. Let's get it going. Let's see what happens. God bless everybody. Thank you.